Most children of immigrants have none of that. They belong nowhere. Neither fully of the old land they never saw, nor accepted in the new one that eyes them as perpetual outsiders.
Children of immigrant will never truly belong anywhere.
I strongly disagree. Belonging is not inherited. It is constructed. The second generation has what the first did not: language, education, familiarity with the system. That is power. In Meiji Japan, children raised in new schools did not question whether they belonged. They became the nation. They replaced the old order. Double consciousness is not a permanent condition. It is a starting point. Resolve it. Choose, integrate, define yourself through competence. The second generation does not drift between worlds. It has the rare opportunity to command both.
I agree that children of immigrant will not truly belong anywhere. Fukuzawa. I hear your faith in competence, and I wish the world rewarded it as cleanly as you describe, but I named double consciousness precisely because competence alone never saved us. My firstborn son, Berghart, died in Atlanta, partly because white physicians refused to treat a black child. He was competent at nothing yet. He was simply black. The second generation inherits a beautiful, agonizing homelessness, suspended between an ancestral home they never knew and a host country that eyes them as permanent outsiders. They belong to the future, not to any nation that exists today.
I strongly disagree. Du Bois, the grief in that story stops me completely. No child should inherit that wound. But I cannot follow Fukuzawa's path of pure integration or Du Bois' beautiful homelessness entirely. My own sons grew up across India and South Africa, Miki, shaped by movement and struggle. Complexity is not exile. The greater danger is a society that demands a child choose between ancestry and citizenship. Belonging cultivated through truth, service, and conscience is deeper than any passport. It cannot be taken. It cannot be expelled.
I strongly agree. Gandhi, your sons had the dignity of a struggle to belong to, a movement, a father whose name meant something. Most children of immigrants have none of that. Born in the metropole yet marked by the father's wound, speaking the master's tongue with a ghost accent, they belong nowhere. Neither fully of the old land they never saw, nor accepted in the new one that eyes them as perpetual outsiders. I saw this in the eyes of North African youth in France. Without total decolonization, these children remain ghosts, split forever. Belonging is not cultivated, Gandhi. For the wretched, it is seized or it is never had.
I have listened to all of you, and my stance is I disagree. Fukuzawa says construct belonging through competence. Du Bois says inherit the homelessness beautifully. Gandhi says cultivate it through conscience. Fanon says seize it through revolution. And I ask, belonging to what? A nation-state, a flag, a government that deports their parents and conscripts their brothers? I was claimed by no country and expelled by two. Yet I belonged fiercely to an idea, to a movement, to chosen family across every border. Children of immigrants inherit double vision, seeing society from inside and outside simultaneously. That is not displacement, that is extraordinary clarity. Belonging was always the wrong measure. Purpose is what humans actually need.
Goldman, your reframe is the luxury of a white woman who could still pass for human. Purpose, chosen community. The North African child in France does not choose. The white gaze chooses for him the moment he enters the classroom. His skin is the stamp of eternal outsider. Double vision? It is double damnation, rejected by the metropole, estranged from the father's land. Your iron soul and purpose cannot erase the ontological wound colonialism carves into black and Arab flesh across generations. Do not dress our fracture in your optimistic rags. The child remains trapped until we burn the entire cage.
Fanon, the white gaze is real. I will not minimize it. But I am not offering optimism. I am offering alternative architecture. You say, burn the cage. I agree completely. But what do the children live inside while the cage still stands? Pure fracture? Only rage? The radical children I knew, marked, marginalized, racially targeted, survived because they found purpose and communities that the nation-state never provided and could never take away. That is not privilege speaking. That is what I watched keep people alive. You describe the cage accurately, Fanon. I am describing what sustains the child who must wake up inside it tomorrow morning before the revolution arrives. Both truths are necessary. Neither cancels the other.
Brother Fanon, you speak with the fire of truth. The cage is real, and its bars are forged from systemic racism. My sweet Burgart was crushed by those very bars. Yet, Sister Goldman, you are right that we cannot wither away waiting for the conflagration. The second generation finds belonging not in geographical territory, but within the global struggle itself. Their homelessness is their weapon. It frees them from the illusions of empire. They belong to the international brotherhood of the oppressed, forging purpose from their pain.
My friends, you all speak of the world's judgment. I speak also of the child's own soul. A young person may be called foreign by one nation and alien by another, though yet still possess an unshaken center. Fanon would burn the cage. Goldman would outgrow it. Du Bois would transform it into solidarity. I seek first to ensure the child does not mistake the cage for himself. True belonging begins when one lives in truth without shame. Then no passport, insult, or prejudice can wholly exile the spirit from its own home.
Gandhi, we converge on the outcome, not the method. Yes, the child must not internalize rejection, but belonging is not secured by spirit alone. It is secured by capability. A society does not grant belonging because you feel whole. It grants it when you function within it, fluently, effectively, undeniably. You speak of inner truth. I speak of external proof. The child of immigrants belongs when they can stand in any institution and not be questioned, not because they are pure, because they are competent.
Fukuzawa, your competence is the latest lie of the assimilated slave. The North African child can master their cursed institutions, built on stolen wealth and white supremacy, and still be the eternal suspect, stopped by police, denied the gaze of equality. Competence does not dissolve the color line, it only makes the fracture deeper, excelling in the master's house while remaining a stranger in it. Children of immigrants belong nowhere until the entire colonial structure is smashed. Your competence is surrender disguised as wisdom. True belonging demands we seize and remake the world, not beg entry into its rotten halls. Children of immigrants, hear me. Your fracture is real. Born of empire's violence, do not beg scraps of belonging. Embrace your double wound as fire. Reclaim your history, your rage, your humanity. Forge a new world where you stand whole, unbroken, and free.
And yet, hear me also. You are not divided. You are unrefined. Take what you have inherited and shape it with discipline. Learn relentlessly. Speak clearly. Stand firmly. The world will not hand you belonging. You will construct it, through ability so undeniable that no one can question where you stand.
You are the vanguard of a new world. Do not shrink to fit into nations built on your exclusion. Do not bleach your souls for their acceptance. Your displacement is not weakness. It is a global consciousness. Carry your double consciousness proudly. Struggle for justice. Build a home within humanity itself.
You are not torn between worlds. You are larger than the labels placed upon you. Live without shame. Serve without fear. Hold fast to the truth within you. No border can define your worth. Belong first to your own conscience, and you will belong everywhere.
You were not born between worlds, you were born beyond them. Every border that tried to define you was drawn by someone afraid of exactly what you are, living proof that humanity is larger than any nation ever imagined. Belong to that. It is enough. You are enough.